teams that don't like each other much. One will go to Super Bowl 53 as we're underway in the 2019 NFC title game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run here with John Kelly. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Glover Quinn there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw on 2nd down is gone. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Let's go, Lions. Let go.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Hey. You got 3.
They'll try to run for it with Kelly. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Goff. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Darius Slay with a pick. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's got room to run past the 20. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run it here with Blunt. And he stopped immediately there. It's the former Lion and atomic5205's on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Well, they have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there at 22. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now a carry for Blunt. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. From the 50, it's Stafford. This is Riddick on the screen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Monday.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. It's caught. Jones. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, 54 yards. And the Lions are in for 6. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. Now a play fake, and it's gone. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The former first-round pick, Shane Ray, in on the tackle.
Here we go. Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. They'll run it now out of the gun, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Eluding the pressure right. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this.
Hey. 4 down.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Samson Ebukam. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Play action. Stafford. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Golden Tate, 42 yards. And the Lions add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now Stafford, that is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Goff now looks to throw. Being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. The final shot before the break. Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got 0 benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Blunt. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
Here we go.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Off play action. Stafford got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now Blunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And atomic5205's makes the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Off the play fake. Stafford. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Kelly. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker. This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll try the air now with Goff. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Just beating the play clock. Stafford. Over the middle here to Wilson. And this is good for a first down. His 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
On the ball, on the ball.
Off play action. Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
On the ball, on the ball.
Stafford now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw is Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Luke Wilson there to make the grab. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling it. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Goff now to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. LeGarrette Blount scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2. Stafford. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 15. Back to throw. Goff. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
He gets it to Cooks. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
Whirling.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And it'll be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. Throwing here, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Throw left side complete. It's Tate. Breaks the tackle. Now an alley. It's a big play. Stafford to Tate. 63 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Screen pass to Blunt. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And they'll run it here. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a play fake it at Stafford. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Third time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And the lead will swell by one more. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. The Rams on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
3 down, 3 down. White 20.
One last throw here for Goff. Now a desperation throw, deep depth, and my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Glover Quinn, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, you know, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
You